Greetings, Local 163 family. My name is John Carter from the GM side of the family. I'm also part of the Education Committee, the co-chair, and I'm also part of the Newsletter Committee. I want to welcome everyone to our broadcast, and when I say everyone, I mean the membership. I mean Antillean, Continental, Detroit Axle, Detroit Diesel, JLL, Oakwood, Purim, and Romulus. So before we get started, I want to remind everybody the Community Service Committee is hosting a Trunk or Treat event on the 25th of October from 3 to 7 at the local, and it's totally free. And we are still accepting donations for that event. On November 1st, from 11 to 1, the Education Committee will pick up where they left off from the last class discussing saving, budgeting tips, and cutting spending. And then on November 2nd, the Recreation Committee will be hosting a free cider donut event from 12:30 to 3:30 at the Plymouth Orchard and Cider Mill at 10685 Warren Road. They'll be in the Red Barn, and there's one free tractor ride per person. And last but not least, the Recreation Committee is hosting their third annual Lions Watch Party on November 9th. Be the Lions versus the Commanders. We all know how that should have went. Doors open at 3:30. So come on out and fellowship with your brothers and sisters. So today I have with me Brother Robbie Robinson from Detroit Axle, chairman. So before we get to talking about it, just tell us a little bit about yourself to start with.
Well, I've been at Axle going on 20 years. Man, I worked in every department there is, basically, except a few. But I've been there for 20 years. I've seen the good, the bad, but I feel like we headed in the right direction.
Good.
So, other than that, all we got to do for the members, come to work and get this money.
So, what does Detroit Axle make? What do y'all produce?
We build rear axle, front axles, transmissions. Mm-hmm. We do machining. We don't like diesel. We machine our own parts, marine gears, pinions, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Which I was trying to get us to do like some helical gears that we use for the transmissions and they go inside of the rear axles too. Just to give more jobs for the membership.
More work. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. And that's about it. Yeah, I think that's all. I might have missed something, but I think that's about all we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, kind of the big buzz, I'll say, a little while ago was the contract games. Y'all made significant contract gains from where y'all were to where y'all are now. From my understanding, was that your first contract?
No, actually, that was this is the first time I've been to shop going through contract negotiations. I was a committee man last time.
Okay.
So, like I said, when I was a committee man and I went through it, I kind of seen some of the good and bad of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so basically, when I became shop, it's no different than when I was a worker and I seen team leaders.
Right. You
at the job. I seen them and I thought they could do something different, you know what I mean? To not show favoritism, stuff like that to friends, family, stuff like that. Treat everybody the same. So when I got an opportunity to become a team leader, that's what I did.
Right.
So basically when I became shop, I seen the stuff that I seen that prior shops did wrong. I tried to fix it.
Right.
That's all it was about,
And I'm sure there were some things that you thought they could do that, I see why they can't do it.
Well, no, not really. I never had a problem with that because, people talked about JT, Justin Thompson, but Justin did a lot of good things. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? But, I'm trying not to go the wrong way.
Right.
See, people don't understand when you put in the position of power, it's like the devil. They're going to test you.
Okay. Yeah.
So, I'm just trying to stand firm and keep focused on the membership as a whole.
That's
and not nothing personal for myself.
Right.
So, and I think I did that. Not to say I did it. I think we did it as a whole. All of us. Gary, Al, all my Whitney, fucking said, April, Zach, everybody who participated in it, and to me, to be a good leader, you let the people do what they do best. So I let April do the benefits because that's her job. That's what she do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And certain things, like people had different things that they, like Whitney, she worked in transmission. So I go to her about transmissions because I never worked in transmissions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Said he in Machina. I worked in Machina, but he's still there. I ain't been in Machina for 7 years. Right. So I let them, talk to me about the changes and stuff that they wanted. Because, I've dealt with them. I mean, I've been on said Whitney. I've been to Whitney too because she started, when I was a team leader on second shift. But as far as being in a committee, it was my first time working with her. And like I said, I always had told her this because I used to go in the office when I wasn't a committee man for like 7 years and be talking to April because we was friends. And I hear her talking and I used to tell April, I'm like, she good. She care about the people because that's what you need.
Right.
You need people that care about the people and not just doing it for the title. You get what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I was willing to run because I felt I had a good team.
Yeah.
Nobody want to run and have a fucked up team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it sounds like you have a good group of subject matter experts.
Definitely.
Right.
Definitely. Yeah, Zach then with maintenance, Roger Stevenson with maintenance. All them, I just leaned on them.
Good.
So
roughly how many people are in Axle?
Right now it's 320. We had 321, but guy just got fired for messing up on last year's contract. So, I mean, we down to 320. We got 75 people laid off right now, but I think 4 of the people gave up their rights.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know exactly because they got to do that with labor. So we got 71 still out. Our numbers went up on certain lines by like 40 to 50 parts a day on fronts, drops, and NFD. So if the numbers hold steady, we should be bringing the people back. Like we waiting right now because we shut down M16, which is Model 4, because we trying to incorporate Model 4 into the 6x4 line, which does Model 2 axles. So we trying to get the line to be able to do both at the same time, and they working on it right now. They were supposed to have it up October, November, but it might be to the end of the year. It's been complications.
Yeah.
So once we move them people out and get a final count of what we got and what we need, I think some of the people will be called back. I can't say all right now, but once we get that moved and we need a few people come back. But I mean, if stuff stays steady the way it is, I predict, just my prediction, y'all, don't hold me to it. But
and like they say, everything's subject to change.
Yeah, but I think by April, most of the people will be back if our numbers go back. It's kind of equal to diesel because our transmission department work off diesel engines. See what I'm saying?
So they slow.
So we used to have 3 shifts of transmissions. Right now we at 1.5.
Okay.
So, basically, and the transmission line is the biggest group of people that we got, material and production. Yeah. So that is the big thing. So that's what's holding us up from getting everybody back. If the engine numbers go up, transmissions go up. And I predict if that happened, everybody will be called back and we'll be hiring.
And see, that's something I didn't know is that Diesel and Axle, like y'all kind of relied on each other. I didn't know. I thought Diesel did their thing and Axle did their thing.
When you get to think about this, and this is why I try to tell my members, they don't know because they wasn't here. But for the first 10 years, and I had to talk with Gary and Al about this, the first 10 years, Axle was in the negative. We only was alive because of Diesel. So I'm tired of the fighting back and forth. Because most of the people that work at Diesel, like my sister work at Diesel, that's who got me in here. And that I would say that for most of the people in my group. You got family members at Diesel. Yeah, so all this back and forth shouldn't be happening. We all need to be working together. If we work together, you see what happens, like for this last contract that we got. Because we always was the redheaded stepchild, but now I feel like one of the regular kids. You know what I mean? So I know my membership feel that way too with the money they just got. Yeah.
So with the people that you said gave up their rights, was it some kind of buyout offer?
No, well, I got a buyout offer, but it wasn't for them. It was for the people who had 11 years or more, but I had wanted the company to give it to anybody who was at max rate. Okay. Because if a person was at max rate leave, you could have one of the people in progression. So they agreed to do it, but not with the max rate, because they only did it to for people who was hired prior to 2014.
Okay.
I mean, if you was hired in 2014 by November, I think that was the date, and you could have took the buyout. If you was hired before 09, you got an extra 15,000. So the other one was 20,000, but if you was hired before 09, you would get an extra 15, so it'd be a total of 35 before taxes.
So it was a little incentive for some.
Yeah. And we only had I think 4 people take it. So I was trying to get the company to open it back up to where I was saying, so we could get the people that want to be here. It's to me, and I'm saying this to my group, it's like, if you don't want to be here, we don't want you here. Like, I only want people who want to be here. Like, I'm not forcing nobody to come here and get this money. Like, it's good money.
If you want to work,
yeah.
Work.
I mean, and I said that when we ratified the contract, people with degrees don't make $37.40. I know my daughter got one, so she don't even make that yet.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I don't know who complaining. I really don't even care, because at the end of the day, you can see when it ratified, it was only 16% who voted no or whatever. So I'm not worried about the minority of the group. I'm worried about the majority.
Right.
So, and I'm pretty sure the majority see what I see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you say, I try to explain it to people, and people think I'm kind of bold for that, but I'm not. I try to tell them like this: when we was in elementary school and one of your best friends was in the 3rd grade with you, they said, "Oh, you got to stay. You ain't staying. You going to 4th grade."
Right.
So it's basically, I mean, I'm not trying to be mean to nobody.
You're telling them like it is.
Yeah, you should have got your education or whatever the case, because if you can't see that this is great, you're a fool.
And where else you gonna go?
And I mean, I'm being real. Like, and I tell people this, just bringing up our cost of living we just got in the contract, right?
Right.
We had this our second adjustment. It just started this week on our pay. So we had 29 cents. Now, I could go get you 2 contracts prior 2 contracts prior before we got the transmission line. We only got 60-cent raise in a 5-year span.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
60 cents
60 cents in 5 years. That was a total of 60 cents. Not, you know what I mean? Not 60 cents a year. No. For 5 years, you got a 60-cent raise. So I'm telling people, just off the cost of living, in 6 months, I already got you down there half of that.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
And you got 16 more adjustments before the end of this contract. So if you get, just say 10 cents is the bottom, 5 cents. You get what I'm saying? You just getting $1 something just off the cost of living. Right. But we ain't even going into the real raises, because I try to explain this.
You're just touching on one part.
Yeah, I'm talking about the smallest,
right.
the weakest part of the pay, because I tried to tell people they was mad about the contract. I said, some people, like, if you was at 24.50, most of us was at 24.50 max rate if you had 6 years in the company. So everybody from 2019 is at max rate. So when we ratified, you went from 24.50 to 28.33. So in January, so we just got the cost of living this week in October. In January, we get another cost of living. Then we get our other raise. So in an 11-month period, some people, because 19 people was not even at 24.50. They was only making like 21 some dollars. They got pushed to max rate. So they got even a bigger raise. Some people got a $10 raise, but most people in the plant, the majority is getting $7, like 60 some cents in 11 months.
Where do they do that at?
And that's what I'm trying to tell people. That's why I'm looking at everybody like, why is everybody mad? Like, do you see this money?
Right.
But I guess a lot of people, you got to break it down to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a numbers man, so I got to get frustrated with people because I'm good at math. So I'm like, no, this simple shit. Like, you know what I mean? But everybody not good at certain things, because I might not be good at English. You see what I'm saying? But numbers, I always was a good person at numbers.
But when they get that check and they see, oh, it'll click.
Yeah, and then we got 7.5% shift premium for second and third shift. And we was only getting 80 cents and $1.10.
So y'all had a lower shift premium.
Yeah, we was only getting 80 cents for second shift. So you got to think, I told you, most of these people at 28 some dollars, you do the math, 7.5. If you just do 10%, that's $2.80. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
You making $28, so you getting $2 something. So you got a raise just for working on second shift. I mean, every hour. It's just
that base pay carries a lot.
Yeah, it definitely does. And like I said, I think we all right, most of the people, but we still got the people complaining. You always gonna have that. You can't satisfy.
That's
everybody.
normal. That's normal though. You can't satisfy everybody.
Yeah.
Man, you kind of hit
everything.
You hit everything.
Yeah, I know. I get to talking sometimes like that.
I think the only question I had that I was going to ask is about like educational programs. Like, do Axel have any?
We have, for the people that got laid off, they offered them. I think it was $6,500. But I know April coming up to talk to them. She more know all the numbers. Okay, she hit all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure I
want to steal her thunder.
No, yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't want to steal her thunder either. But she can more answer. But I'm pretty sure we do have it. And we do have it when you working too.
Yeah.
You can go to school, they pay for it.
Okay.
So yeah, we got all that stuff. I mean, with it's so many new changes. I'm telling you, I probably forgot about some of them because it was so many, and that's why I was telling everybody, like we got so much stuff, and that's why I was surprised when I seen people angry. I'm like, if you gave me a list of 50 things on there and I brought you 46, you ready to run me out the building? You know what I mean? And then I got 46 good things. Like nobody, I was telling people I wasn't pressing for sub pay because I don't want to be laid off. Right. I feel like if you think good energy, good things come. Right. So why would I be trying to prepare for the worst? Right. I'm trying to prepare for the best. I mean, that's just my mindset. I always try to look at things that way, and that's what throw a lot of people off. People don't, because they really never sit down and talk to me. People who know me, but a lot of these people they haven't even talked to me for 5 minutes and they already made a judgment about who you are. So I don't really take them serious because I know if you don't sit down there and sit and talk to somebody, you shouldn't have an opinion about them.
And a big part of your job is looking down the line.
Right, I know. That's why I said
part of your job
I'm playing chess and they playing checkers.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to tell them I'm not going to dumb it down for them. I'm staying where I'm at.
You have to.
You got to level up and come where I'm at. Right. And I'm going to show you. I teach you. You know what I mean? I try to explain it to anybody. You know, all you got to do is come talk to me and ask. And
that's what good leadership should do. Yeah. You want to bring your members up to where you are.
Yeah, and I'm there every day. Like I said, I'm available. I can't make nobody talk to me, but you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Available. Yeah, so but I think majority of the people there is good people. And they know it's a good thing. I mean, like I said, with the this election stuff and all this stuff, I was telling them, if you go back, and I'm not trying to say, oh, you did this, but when Trump was in office last time, they had layoffs. I mean, Axel, stuff like that. So, I mean, I don't know.
Do the math.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't know what. I mean, I always tell people this. I'm not a big political person, but one thing I know, I'm gonna support who these guys told me to support because they working with these people. They know, you know what I mean.
And they have our best interests at heart.
Right, exactly. They want to keep this thing going. Right, so if they say vote Democrat, we should have voted Democrat. Then you would be mad if shit like this happened.
Exactly.
But don't go against the union, then talk about it's the union fault. No, it's your fault.
Right.
I mean, these people wanted the administration we in, and that's why I tell them, you want to change, then go to change.
Yep.
You don't know what change is going to be. See, I'm the type of person, if I got something good, like what I'm saying, I tell people, I go to the restaurant and order the same thing every time because I know I'm going to like it.
I'm the same way.
I'm not going to try different things out and make myself mad. Give me this because I know it's good.
Yep. The same way.
Yeah, so.
Say if it ain't broke,
don't fix it.
Don't fix it.
Yeah.
So I guess the last thing I'd ask you is, so what can the members do to assist you in the shop committee? Like, what would you ask them to do to assist y'all, during this rough time, if you want to call it that?
Well, I mean, come to work, do your job. Ain't nobody, like I didn't mention, all the money we got, we didn't get no extra work. With no extra work with that money.
Okay. Right. They doing the same work.
They doing the same for more money. And that's what I was saying. Like, come on, man. Just come to work, do your job. Don't, I try to tell people, I don't know all the people, families and all that, but I don't want to see nobody suffer. Like, see, I don't get enjoyment in seeing people suffer and all that. I feel the pain.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we had a lot of people, and I was telling Gary, we had a lot of people go to diesel, and I was telling them, don't go. Y'all ain't seen what I see. And I know people over there was on the cut line getting laid off when I got laid off, and they had 10, 12, 13 years over there in '08 when I got laid off with Axel. So I was trying to tell the people, like, hey, I wouldn't go over there. I know it sounds good because they make money.
They make more money.
I was like, we got another contract coming in and coming up. So I'm like, why don't y'all just wait? You can always have the opportunity to go if it's, you know what I mean? So, but unfortunately, most of the people that Diesel lost was the people that was working for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it definitely is. So, but for the membership, only thing I can say to the membership, like this next time, whenever anybody, it ain't about me being shopped, it's whoever come, when they bring you demand sheets, that's when you write down stuff that you don't agree with in the contract. And see, I see a lot of people come here and bitch about after the contract been ratified. You wasting your time. What you need to do be rallying up your team members, your co-workers, and get them to be on an agreement with what you want. And then the majority of people put them demands in.
Right.
That's what I got to fight for.
Yeah, it's too late afterwards.
It's too late afterwards. And that's what I'm telling you. You wasting time arguing about that, but write it down and keep it for whoever the shop is next time, whoever going to negotiations,
Right.
it's 8 to 29.
Right.
And give them that information. And then, bitch, if it don't get done.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. But if you don't bring it up,
right.
Like if you work in a department, I'm not in your department. I'm not knowing what your struggles are.
Right.
Or stuff you want to change. That's why I gave everybody the opportunity 7 months before I went to negotiations. Demand sheets, tell me what y'all want to change. So certain people come up to me, well, why you didn't change this? I said, well, you can't have it both ways with me. Either I'm the commander-in-chief and I make the goddamn decisions, or like I did this time, I let the people determine what I'm going to do.
Right. And that's how it should be.
And that's how it's supposed to be. That's what I was saying.
That's how this UAW organization is structured.
Work. Yeah, that's what I said. And that's why I try to tell people. It take you all of us got to do it. It ain't just one person. You know what I mean? So like I said, we all did that. It ain't just Rob. I just happened to be the shop at the time.
Right.
Right. So, but we did do different stuff. I don't know about the last negotiations, but I know when I was in negotiations, I ain't see all the international help and stuff like that. And, when I talked to some of the people, they said, well, nobody never called us.
Wow.
See, you know what I mean? A closed mouth don't get fed. See, me.
So that's a learning experience.
Yeah, but see, that's why I called them. See, I was down there with the bed conference talking to Shine Faye and Laura Dixon. Like, look, I need y'all help.
Right. And they like, where you need me to be?
Exactly. Right. And the people in the Carolinas, and I got to get that shout out to them too. They was whatever you need me to do. They go to blueprint. This is what we did. Right. If you follow this,
they just waiting to be asked.
Yeah, they waiting to be asked. So it just happened to be me to be the first person to come up and ask everybody. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Me, it's never about me. That's what these people don't understand.
Right.
It's about what we deserve.
Yeah.
I ain't the only one that's been here for 20 years. But I tell the people, there's a message to these younger people, that not younger people, but the low seniority people. It's disrespectful for you to come to somebody's house and tell them how to run it. I want to say that to you because that's like, if I came to your house and told you how to run it. You see what I'm saying? Just come in, fit in, and help out. Contribute.
Learn.
That's why I'm saying you come in 5 months, you think you know how this shit go. And
right.
You don't. You don't.
You know
what I'm saying? So I just, it's just mindful of people and I want the participation from the members. I want your true thing, but like I always tell them, stop listening about what you heard. Do some research.
Right.
Then bring something presentable to me that I could really have a conversation with, because I don't care about what this person said or that person. You know what I mean? Because there's no evidence. You just believe in what somebody just got you hyped.
The rumor mill.
Yeah, the rumor mill. Yeah, At least do your due diligence and go look and see if that's right or true. You know what I'm saying? The little book we had ain't too big. It's a little book.
Ain't no excuses.
There's no excuses. Now, these are with all them pages and all the history they got 90-something years. I see why they book bigger than ours, and we trying to get there,
right,
and build ours up too. But I need help from everybody. You see, a good idea can come from anywhere.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But it's never going to come out if nobody said it. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I would want the membership, to keep, voicing your opinion. But, lay off the personal stuff and just get to business. What's best for the business, and I think that would be better for everybody if we can focus on what's going to help us and the company because we get paid by the company.
Yeah. If no products going out,
no products going out, none of us will have a job.
in.
Yeah.
Right.
So
right.
that's about it. But I think everybody should be happy with the contract. I mean, it was a great contract. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I could break it down real quick for you. The maintenance guys, all these is over a 4-year span of the contract, 4.5 years, right? The maintenance group, they getting a $13 raise. The material drivers and the regular production workers, $12.90 raise. The non-traditionals, it's kind of it varied because we had some non-traditionals that was making like 30. So, but they even with them making 30, it's gonna be like 40. They're gonna be making down there $40. So they're gonna get like a $10 raise, $9 raise. Some of them getting more than that because they was making less. I just made all the non-traditionals the same.
Just get them all at the same.
Yeah, so if you got a non-traditional job, it don't matter if you're doing this or doing that, you all get paid the same.
I don't see no complaints.
Well, they gonna complain because they felt like they were special, but I wanted to tell them ain't nobody special. We all could do your job. We could all get trained to do it. So what you should be happy about is that you don't gotta work fiscally on the line. And you sit in the office doing minor stuff, and ain't nothing to even talk about. You know what I'm saying? But they know I know because I know. So just the best of y'all guys.
Honest days work for honest days pay.
And that's what it is. So everybody is good. That's what I'm saying. Even the person with no responsibilities, by the time 29 come, cost of living increases, I say they'll be making dinner $40 an hour. That's without shift premium or anything. So I mean, everybody in a good position. We just got to stay here and be here. I mean, come to work, do your job. Quality over quantity. Make sure the members tell the supervisors that, because that's what I always tell management. It's quality over quantity. So, if y'all got any problems with that, come to the office and I'll make sure I tell the supervisor in front of y'all. But that's what I'm stressing.
Quality over quantity.
Yes, quality over. You can't be putting out bad parts, man. I mean, then nobody gonna want to buy nothing from us.
That's keep the doors open.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we covered a lot. I appreciate you taking the time, man.
No problem.
We'll do it again.
Yeah,
we'll
anytime.
do it again.
Call me,
we'll
man.
do it again. And so be sure to join us the next time we decide to talk about it. Solidarity Family.
For sure.